Hi everyone, welcome back to Math 245. Hope you had a really great weekend. We've been talking a lot about statistics and we will continue to do that this week. So today we have two lessons, lesson 53 and 54. This lesson is all about measuring the center of a data set. So often what we care about when we take data sets is the average, but average is kind of a broad term, right? There are several different ways that we can measure the center of a data set. We have three different ways: mode, mean, and median. The mode, I think you all probably know this word, but mode is just the data point that occurs most frequently. So when do we take the mode in order to measure the center? The mode is most often used with nominal, categorical, and ordinal data when it is not meaningful to take the mean or the median. We won't really use the mode that much because we won't deal with these kinds of data sets. The mean, that's the average, where we add all of the data up and then divide it by the number of data pieces that we have. Taking the mean is useful in data sets that do not have any outliers. And remember, outliers are values that are very different from the rest of the values. So we like to take the mean when I don't have any outliers because outliers really affect the mean of the data. And then if I do have outliers, then it is typically better to use the median since it won't be distorted by a few really large or really small values. So we're going to look at two data sets here and try to determine which of the measures of center would be most appropriate here. So would the mean or median be a better measure of central tendency for this data set? I have 5, 5, 10, 15, 17, 23, 25, and 100. So I see that between 5 and 25, all of my data are pretty close together. But then I have this 100 hanging out way out here. So this 100 would be considered an outlier, right? It is way far off from all of the rest of the data points. So if I were to take the mean of this data set, that 100 would really affect the mean because I would add up all of these numbers and then divide them by the number of data pieces that we have. So that 100 would really make a huge difference if I took the mean. So because I have an outlier, the median is most helpful. So the median is the better measure of the center, since the point 100 would distort my mean. So when I have an outlier, it's most effective to use the median. Let's look at this next example. Would the mean or median be a better measure of central tendency for this data set? I have 8, 5, 3, 7, 6, 4, 5, 3, 9, 7. So all of these numbers are really close together. We have numbers between 3 and 9. And since they are all really close together, we do not have any outliers. All of them are reasonably close to each other. And because I don't have any outliers, I should take the mean of this data set. So the mean is the better measure of the center since I don't have any outliers. So this is how we determine which measure of center we should use for a data set. That's all for this lesson. Go on over to lesson 54 and I'll see you there.